Hey everybody, what's going on? BornforXP here, and today I got a Hearthstone video that I just want to showcase. As you can tell, it's not sped up. It's in its original unedited form. Now, I don't know why there isn't sound on this one. There is gonna be sound after this clip, but I just wanted to showcase and give enough time to explain how fucking bullshit my luck is. All right, so some shit happened when I was recording Hearthstone a little while back, and I'm not really gonna go into it. I just kind of want to let you guys realize how bullshit this is, that this even happened. And I'd like to go ahead and I'm gonna explain to you right now that what happened sorry about that. My throat's a little dry. So what happened, basically, there is a 0.0048% chance that this could have happened to me. That's basically, this only happens to 1,929 people out of 40 million. So, just to give you a little bit of context there, yes, this is basically the perfect example of how shitty my fucking luck can be. Right here. So he plays the Barnes. All right. It pulls out a 1/1 with Sharjay. Okay, that's fine too. But then it pulls out the actual fucking Sharjay. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so first of all, on turn 4, to have Barnes in your hand of, let's say at turn 4 you have maybe 10 cards out of your deck and you're down to 20 or something like that. So that means that first of all, Barnes has to be one of the first 10 cards that you have in your hand. Then when you play him, that means he has to select one out of 20 of the remaining cards left. Now let's say that 20 of those remaining cards, let's say 10 of them are spells and 10 of them are monsters. That seems like a fair assumption to me. That means that he has a 1 in 10 chance of drawing the Sharjay. So, first of all, we have a 1 in 3 chance of Barnes even being in his hand by turn 4. Then we have a 1 in 10 chance that Sharjay is the thing that gets pulled. And then again, Sharjay has a 1 in 10 chance of pulling the actual Sharjay. Now, you might be saying, okay, well, that's probably happened before. You know, whatever, Barnes pulls a Sharjay, pulls another Sharjay. It can happen. But the odds of that happening are pretty slim already, right? 1 in 3, by 1 in 10, by 1 in 10. But then, that's not all. Because then, we get to the next clip. And I'm going to go ahead and let this game play out just because I want to show how I tried to deal with the Sharjay, right? I mean, he's already down to 10 life. I have a good chance of winning this game still. It's not impossible to deal with. But Sharjay is going to continue to pull cards out of his deck and be a little bitch. Thankfully, we didn't get a taunt, so I still have a chance to win this game. Now, I do have a taunt, but what's the play here? I have 5 mana, he's at 10 life, and he's also has lethal next turn. My options, not very good. I basically have to kill everything except for the 10-9 in order to even survive to the next round, to the next turn. And that's assuming he doesn't have any spells in hand. So really, I don't think that's going to happen with only 5 mana. I could throw out the crazed worshiper, and that could block like maybe no, because he could just kill it with the viper. I'll say my best chance would have been to kill the viper and then just let the Charges pull shit out, but I think he still would have had lethal either way. He would have had 12 damage in on me this turn if I had killed the viper and then played the crazed worshiper. So I could have survived another round, I suppose, but I mean, really, what's the point when you're coming up against two Yasharjes getting pulled by Barnes? So here's the next clip. I would like you to keep in mind that this all occurred within the span of an hour. These are basically 4 games that are in this video. 4 games in this video out of like 6 that I played, basically. Because they went pretty quick. I got really fed up really fast. Like, I was not having any of it. And this is all... This clip is the one that's entirely unedited. That first clip happened, then I played a normal game, and then 2 really bullshit games happened, and then I had a normal game, and then the last and final straw just snapped. It was just terrible. So, game goes out normally. Now, I'd like to point out I'm going up against this person. You can see their name on the top left there. Sekul City something. I don't know. I don't want to botch their name. I already did really bad, so I'm gonna give up on trying to pronounce Sekul Itty. So I'm looking at this. I got an okay start. I can hit him in the face. Things are looking okay. And then he has this turn. I don't know how to deal with this turn. And you'll see in a moment what I mean. By the way, there should be sound now, so you guys can actually hear stuff. Okay, so he plays the Bran Brobeard. And then he goes ahead and stealths it. So there's absolutely no chance that I have to kill this Bran Brobeard, because I can't target it with spells at all. So, I mean, alright, it's a Bran Brobeard. I'm expecting something next turn. Gotta kind of save my spells for that, I suppose. See, I could have killed it with a lightning bolt. Could have silenced it with an earth shock. But it's concealed, so I don't have... I mean, it's in stealth mode. I can't really do anything about that. So I just gotta kind of sit back and take whatever Bran Brobeard throws at me. So then she sets up this play with the fucking Barnes, which goes ahead and pulls 2 Bloods of the Old God. Ancient one. Whatever the fuck. Which is incredible, right? So here's the way I'm thinking right now. It's like, okay, there's a 30-30 on board. There's no fucking way in hell I'm going to deal with that. Maybe I can silence it. I don't know. That's not going to really do anything. But here's the thing, right? So last game we had a 1 in 3 to a 1 in 10 to a 1 in 10, approximately, on average. That's the average chance of that happening. So then here we go, and she has to have Bran and stealth and Barnes in her hand in order for that to have worked. So now you got to get 3 out of 30 cards. So that's a 1 in 10 chance of even having those in your starting hand to begin with, or by turn 3, you know. And then the Barnes has to pull another 1 in 10. So either Barnes can pull 1 monster and Bran duplicates the monster, or Barnes pulls 2 separate monsters. Now, if Barnes pulls 2 separate monsters, the odds of it pulling the same monster twice, fucking astronomical. Can't even begin to process the odds of a Barnes pulling the same monster twice out of 10. I don't even want to go into that. So let's just assume that Barnes picks a monster and Brand duplicates it. So then there's still a 1 in 10 chance. So first game, what do we have? 1 in 3, 1 in 10 to a 1 in 10. This game, we have 1 in 10 to basically another 1 in 10 chance of it pulling the Blood of the Ancient One. And all of this, keep in mind, I have ways to deal with it. I have plenty of things in my deck that I could have used to deal with that. I mean, the Blood of the Ancient Ones, I could have hexed the 30/30. That's about it. That's pretty much the only thing that I had in my deck that could have dealt with that. But the Asharjes, I had hexes, I had more damage dealing spells. So keep in mind that all of this happening also means that I have to not have the things to deal with it. Because if the opponent can get it out, I still have a chance to do something about it. So not only does the opponent have a fucking astronomical chance of it succeeding in the first place, but I also have to have a terrible fucking draw, basically. The chance of me not having something to deal with it also has to be factored in here. So this is the second game, and as you can see, this one was immediately after the last game. It was uncut. It just went from that game into the searching for a game mode into this one. So obviously, this is just straight back to fucking back, and it is another rogue. And at this point, I'm like, all right, turn 4 is passed. Thank God there's no more bullshit, right? Just wait, because there is more fucking bullshit. So I'm like, well, maybe I can go ahead and use my spells however I want, and you know, make sure I get board control, because that's essentially what I want to do at this point. So, you know, we're just playing the standard game, and I'm thinking, oh my God, those last 2 games were fucking horrible. I mean, come on, what are the odds of that happening, really? Like, and this is only like the 4th game that I played, so I was like, all right, well, you know, two out of the 3 of the last fucking 3 games is just I can't even, like, my brain just doesn't want to even think about it. But yet again, I kind of have to, because some bullshit's about to fucking happen. Because it happens a fucking again with the same fucking bullshit. Now this one's a little bit wonkier because she didn't do it until turn 6. So that really only means that she has to have those 3 cards by turn 6. And let's assume that she has maybe like 12 cards out of her deck this time. And so then there's, you know, 18 cards left. And let's assume 9 of them are monsters and 9 of them are spells. So then there's a 1 in 9 chance of that happening and a 1 in 4 chance of having the correct cards in her hand, basically. Like, I don't even know if my math right now is accurate, because I didn't deal with the math portion of this. I'm just trying to explain what I can think is what is the correct, like, processing on this. Because I actually had someone else do all the calculations for me and come up to the conclusion that there's only a 0.0048% chance of this even happening in the first place. So, yeah, back-to-back games. And you have to factor in also that this is 4 out of 6 games that this happened in. Like, these are basically back-to-back-to-back events. Well, back-to-back-to-back-to-back events. Like, they're pretty much, like, what are the odds of it happening 4 times, 4 out of 6 times as well, is also factored in. So, like, if you're a math buff, I'm sure you're loving this fucking video. And if you're, like, a statisticians, if you're a stats type of guy who, like, really likes probability and shit, then this is a dream for you, right? You get to fucking calculate all this fucking bullshit out about this game that's RNG is absolutely trash. You know, you're loving it. And I didn't want to do that, so I had someone else fucking do it for me. I basically just told him, here's what happened. Alright. And here's what I assume would be the correct probabilities for all of these scenarios on average. And then we just plugged him into a fucking calculator, and it was like, yeah, you only have a 1,929 out of 40 million chance of this even happening to you. Because here we go again. Here we go again with some fucking bullshit happening. I'm over here trying to deal with these 411s, which isn't that difficult to do. I can do it really easily. But I kind of want to go face because I know he's a Zoolock, which means he probably has more minions in his deck than spells anyway. And that's also the same with the first Zoolock. I wasn't taking class into account or play strategy at all when I did my calculations. I was only going for straight, like, base card number. Like, if you take in the classes and the chance that they probably have more minions than spells in their deck, and it's probably a crazier chance than 1 in 10 for him to pull another motherfucking Sharjay out of his goddamn deck, then, you know, like, even the odds are higher. So when I'm saying that it's a 0.0048% chance that this could even happen in this sequence to begin with, that's on average. That's the average percentage. The chances of this actually happening are probably way fucking less, right? Because Zoolocks should have way more fucking minions in their deck than spells to begin with, which means they have to have... So you can see now how this is absolutely nuts, bonkers, berserks, and I don't know how to fucking deal with it. Because this is just a straight representation of how shitty my luck is on an average basis. Actually, this is probably, like, worst case scenario, honestly, because I haven't really had any of this ever happen to me since. But, damn, did this day feel bad. Like, I was pretty devastated when all of this was over. I was like, I could not... I basically quit after this game. I was like, I can't play right now. This is just... My luck is too bad. If I flipped 1,000 coins, they'd all come up tails. Like, that's the kind of luck that I'm thinking of right now. Like, my morale was so low. It was not great. Also, exaggeration is your friend. I just want to say that, like, exaggeration really helps get the point across in a lot of cases. But I am not exaggerating when I say that this is bullshit. This is only a 1 in fucking... God, it's crazy. Because you can't even reduce that number. 1,929 out of 40 million. You can't reduce that. Like, you cannot reduce that mathematically. So, I don't even know how I would even, like, say it's a 1 in whatever chance, because you can't say that. So, yeah, here we go. My best chance would have been to kill the 4/4, hit him with both mind attacks, and then heal myself. But I was like, no, I think I should just get board control out. I need to get somebody out on the board. And then I can use the other Mind Blast next turn. Maybe, hopefully, because they'll probably swing face. And I don't know if she has enough jangly bits to hit me in the face. And she definitely does. Or he. And that was game. I was like, nope, I'm just going to fucking concede because this is bullshit. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to go ahead and put a little highlight at the end. So thank you for watching.